The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right, 72.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Good breaker, baby. Good breaker. All day, baby. Good breaker. Let's go, let's go. Lucy. 372.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
You got 4. Lucy. Green is on.
On play action, now Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Swing to the pit, right. To the right. 47. 26.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Pass incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Bortles going to throw. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing is Bortles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Cook. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Now Bortles. And Braith, the tight end's got it. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Lucy.
Bortles now on first down. He's going to swing this deep downfield and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Omaha. Mike 39, Lucy. 17,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Bortles. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
372.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And now spinning away. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Prescott now. And he finds Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and he picked up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete right around the 8. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, Cook. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Bortles now to throw. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is Jones, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Bortles to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Safe. Hey, spread right. Smack. let's get this ball back for the offense.
On first down, Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now Bortles. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Much right.
Again, it's Bortles. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10.
46. Here we go, 46.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Cook following the penalty. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. And got his man complete. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Green 80.
To throw is Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
We're going to 54. Why?
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Here you go. 26. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
4 down. Check. Flare. Here we go, 47. 26. Gun. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be tipped.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Here we go, 46. 26. Here we go, 47. Here we go, get out.
3rd and long for Prescott. Open here, Adam Thielen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
26.
Prescott from the gun. That's complete to Meredith. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here's Prescott. Left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now it's Wilson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Bortles. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
47, 47. 36.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Bortles. And Jones has it over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11B.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
26.
They start the drive with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
26.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
We go 47. Gun. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On the ground, it's Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Back now in Tampa as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. His throw incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw, it's Bortles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. He's going to loft one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding some room in midfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Prescott. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. He's at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action here on first down. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, it's Cook. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.